Zanna James here with a look at your weekend weather outlook. Right now, today, we are experiencing some equatorial moisture buildup, which simply means moisture closer to the equator is being pushed northward over our area. Because this moisture is coming from the south, that is where we saw a lot of moisture carrying over our island. So we had around 13 millimeters in San Fernando, but we did still have some moisture elsewhere across the island, especially in Port of Spain, where we saw reports of street or flash flooding, which took a bit longer to subside because of those higher spring tide levels and high tide. So if you are on the road and experiencing the spring tide levels right now, you let us know what you're seeing on TTT Live Online. Now, when it comes to our current rainfall, we are experiencing some isolated pockets of moisture, especially across Trinidad. So as we head into tonight, we are seeing mainly clear conditions for most of Trinidad. However, we will see some moisture build up over eastern Trinidad and also parts of Tobago. When it comes to our nighttime lows, we're looking at temperatures around 23 degrees in Trinidad and 25 degrees over in Tobago. Now, between our sunrise and sunset times and heading into the weekend, we will still be on that moisture train. We have some moisture buildup that will continue into the weekend. So looking at Tobago's extended forecast, because it will be somewhat of the same for both Trinidad and Tobago, we're looking at moisture between the 60s from Saturday all the way to Monday. Now, this won't be continuous rainfall. It will be pockets of moisture. So we will see isolated showers and isolated thunderstorms here and there, but not consistent rainfall. We'll start to see some of that moisture drop off by Tuesday and Wednesday, and something else will weaken that we will get into just in a moment. When it comes to our temperatures, we're peaking just above the 30s in the daytime and around the mid-20s during the nighttime. Now, what will come up is some Saharan dust. Unfortunately, we have a plume of moisture working towards our area, and that could give us some mild to moderate concentrations starting from Monday. Now, when it comes to our seas, though, we are continuing with those spring tides, and we'll have choppy conditions, especially near showers. But otherwise, we are looking at moderate conditions with waves up to 1.5 meters in open waters and just around 1 meter in sheltered areas. And speaking of spring tides, of course, here is a look at your high tide and low tide times for both Trinidad and Tobago. Now, that's all for your weekend weather outlook. I am Zanna James.